Hey, what's up guys? It's kamakazisolja, and today I have a game of Team Deathmatch, I think? Yeah, Ice Cube just said Team Deathmatch, so it must be it. And we're playing on jungle, and I'm using the AUG with extended mags. Now, it's not the gameplay that I want to talk about, although this is kind of a... It's mostly of a gun kill game, so hopefully that's exciting, but it's kind of slow at some points, and at some points it's also pretty exciting. So I hope you guys do enjoy the backdrop for the topic that I'm going to speak about. Now, the topic I'm going to speak about is about Ghost. Now, I know a lot of you guys seriously hate Ghost with passion, and a lot of people in the community, I respect that opinion. However, Ghost isn't the be-all, end-all kill perk. You know, it's not something that should be abused, or it's not like a game-breaking perk. That's my personal opinion, at least. However, it is really annoying to fight against when you have a UAV up and the team of 6. Okay, that was a cool little noob tube right there. And I don't noob tube that often. You guys seen my videos. And I picked up the noob tube. Anyways, so I don't think that I forgot my train of thought. Wow. Anyways, I don't think that Ghost is the best perk. I mean, fighting against a team that's using all Ghost, and you know, when you have your UAV up and nothing comes up on the minimap, it's horrible. It's a horrible experience, and I can feel for anyone who's gone up against that, because Ghost is really, I mean, it's really abused in this game, I think. So at the same time, I have two perspectives. The first perspective thinks that Ghost isn't the most overpowered. However, my second perspective is when it's used in full force, when the whole other team is using it, it's really annoying, and it's really frustrating to play against. And although I do want to say that I've had my fair share of experiences like that, I'm not going to say that it's the worst perk in the game. Actually, I think the worst perk that's in the game is Second Chance. That's my honest opinion. But thankfully the patch fixed that, so I can't really complain about that right now. However, I think I know the beginning of the Ghost epidemic. Yes, and I really do believe we're in an epidemic. Every lobby that I've gone into, it's an epidemic. Everyone's using Ghost or Second Chance or something like that. But I think I found the cause of why everyone is using Ghost, and I don't know if a lot of you guys will agree with me on this, but I really think it's the commentators. You know, the really big YouTube commentators with, you know, over 100,000 subs or something, that are spreading the news when the game first came out, saying, you know what, the game's just coming out. People are going to be running UAV. It's one of the stock kill streaks that the game gives you, and using Ghost would be wise, because you won't show up on UAV and you'll be able to maneuver around the map silently, or not silently, but much more ninja-like. So the word I'm looking for is stealth-like. That's what I was looking for. Anyways, so I really think the blame, if we should blame anyone, is the big YouTube commentators. I really think that if it wasn't for them saying, oh yeah, use Ghost because it's gonna be good, it's gonna help your KDR, you can maneuver maneuver about the map really stealth-like. If they didn't say any of that, I really don't think Ghost would have been a problem. I think it still would have been run, and I really think that people would still complain about it, or, you know, find something to complain about, because our community is very outspoken. Back in COD 4 days, we weren't that outspoken because our community wasn't really united. There was no unity between us because there wasn't a foundation that we can rely upon. Now with YouTube about, and all the commentators, and, you know, there's this large community, there's unity, there's one voice that we can speak through, and it looks like because of that, you know, we're bitching about a lot of more things now. So the Ghost being one of them, and I really don't blame the community for complaining about Ghost. I really don't, because it really is frustrating. Even Second Chance, just like that, where I had to, you know, just mow the guy down. But yeah, that's my honest opinion about Ghost. I think that it's a frustrating perk to play against. I think that I don't want to say it's overpowered, but it does have a lot of purpose in the game. There's a lot that it affects. It affects UAV, it affects the kill streaks, like the chopper gunner and attack. I'm sorry, the attack helicopter, the gunship. It affects those. Here I figured that guy was on my team until my teammate knifed him, and I don't know. I was just being an idiot. But anyways, yeah, I really don't think it's the most overpowered perk. Surely it does affect a lot of the other kill streaks, and surely it does keep you off UAV, which is really nice. But I don't think it's the most overpowered perk in the game. Yeah, and that's my take on it. And I think that the YouTube commentators who were in the beginning of the game, you know, really shouting and giving advice, and you know, telling their listeners, yeah, use Ghost, it's gonna keep you alive longer, you'll be able to move about the map much more stealthily. I think those are the people to blame for our current problem with the game, with the perk, where everyone seems to be running it. So that's my little 2 cents on it, and I hope you guys respect my opinion, as I always respect yours. If you guys feel different about that, you know, feel free to post in the comments below, you know, because I'm really open to, you know, not a debate, but you know, a healthy conversation about this, and hopefully the great minds over at Treyarch and you know, David Vonderhaar or whatever, hopefully they'll be able to address the issue. I'm really looking forward to Hutch's his little interview with David Vonderhaar, because apparently they talked about Ghost. I don't know if that's included in the actual interview, but I know that he tweeted that he spoke about Ghost to David Vonderhaar, and he was speaking to Wings of Redemption about that. So they had a little communication over Twitter. But I'm looking forward to the interview, because if they do address Ghost in the interview, I really want to see what David Vonderhaar's opinion on Ghost. I know that Hutch has already said that he thinks that, he's speaking for David here, that he thinks that David Vonderhaar, let me get this straight, that David Vonderhaar thinks that the minimap that we use it shouldn't be well relied upon. It's like a little gift to us, and it shouldn't be like the be all end all thing that tells us exactly where the enemies are. I mean, which I understand, but at the same time, we shouldn't have a perk that this is tough. We shouldn't have a perk that should be able to affect many different aspects of the game, whether it be the minimap, the kill streaks, and all that stuff. Here, see this little clip right here proves that I suck with the YouTube, and now I'm not, you know, pro with it. But anyways, that's the end of the game. I hope you guys like my opinion. I'll post links in the description bar. You can follow me on Twitter, and also I'll put links to my channel and the previous video if you guys enjoy this. So that being said, peace, love, and harmony. I'm out. Peace.